Hello, this is Kirill from forexboat.com and welcome to the 28th tutorial on algorithmic trading for beginners. And in this tutorial we're going to be testing our very own algorithmic trading system. So as you can see in front of you on your screen here, we have already started testing our system a little bit in the previous tutorial, and these are the results that we've got so far. From January to July, the system was tested from January to July 2014, and as you can see, there's lots and lots of trades. Simply put, there's one trade per day because it just opens an order at 9 o'clock every day at this stage. This is the result that we got. There was like over 127 trades, and from 10,000 it went up to $11,435. So that's a very good result. There's lots of elements to this testing. There's results, graph, report, journal, settings, and so on. So that's what we're going to be discussing today, how to use this strategy tester. But we'll only have a brief overview of the strategy tester because it's such a complicated beast that you need much more than just one tutorial to understand it properly and how to use it to its full extent. But we'll cover all the basics today, just so that you can also quickly understand if your strategy is worth working on or not. So I'm just going to bring up the magnifying glass, and this should help you see better what's going on. So if you look at the bottom part of my screen, you can see what I'm showing. Like it's magnifying it a little bit so you can actually read the text. So this is a strategy tester, and the way to bring it up, there's a button over here up in the MetaTrader 4 which toggles the strategy tester. Here in the first line, you need to select your system or your expert advisor. For us, it's going to be simple system. Next, you need to select the currency pair on which you want to trade. For us, it's going to be British pound dollar, but you can select any other currency pair if you like. Model. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail about this, but probably stick to either every tick on control points. Control points is faster, every tick is more quality modeling. So we'll go with control points for now. Then on the right here we have period is which period of the chart you want to use, and this is important because we were developing our system for the 1 hour chart. We're going to be using the H1 period. Spread current, check with your broker what their average spread is, and you can set it here if you want, or you can just use the current spread that they have on the market. Optimization, for now we'll just keep that off. Use date is if you want to specify a range of dates within which you want to run the test. Visual mode, I recommend keeping it on because that way you will see a chart similar to this, so you won't just see the results, but you'll actually see where the trades were conducted on a chart. Skip to, don't worry about that. If that's rarely used. That's if you want to skip part of your testing and view a certain day somewhere in the middle of your test. Then you need to also remember about these buttons over here. So modify expert, that opens MQL4, open chart. I never use that button actually. Symbol properties, it tells you the properties of the symbol. Same thing. I don't often use this button. Expert properties is a very important button. If we click expert properties, here we can set certain rules around the testing. Probably by default your expert advisor has this checkbox ticked, so I'd like to ask you to untick it, please, because this is the genetic algorithm. We won't go into detail what it is now. We just need to know that we won't be using the genetic algorithm in this Forex tutorials for beginners course, because it is a bit more complex, and we'll talk about it in a more advanced course. So please uncheck that. probably leave these settings at their defaults, initial deposit, and the currency and long and short and balance. Just that's all fine. Optimization also, we won't worry about this in this beginner's course, and these are just more like they're just a bit more complicated parameters, or parameters that will allow you to enhance your optimization of expert advisors. So inputs. This is the main screen that you need to work with. This is where you change the input parameters of the expert advisor for testing. So the start hour is 9 at the moment. That's what we think is the best hour. Take profit, stop loss, that's what we have chosen for our expert advisor. Those are the defaults, and lots is 1. So I'm just going to click OK here, and I'm going to run the test as we did last time, just by clicking start. As you can see up here, what happened is the test has run, and we're going to, this gives us pretty much the same result as previously. If we're going to graph here, we can see how the balance changed with time. Results, the results tab will just show you details on every order that was open and how it was closed, whether it was take profit, stop loss. On the right side of results, you can see how the balance is increasing with time, which is good. That means the system is making profit. The report will tell you a lot of details about what happened. So if you look at the bottom where the screen is magnified, I'll try not to move my mouse so that you can read. So bars in test tells you how many bars there were in test. We won't go through in detail through this report. We'll just go through to the main point. So initial deposit is how much money you had originally. Total net profits, how much money was earned, and absolute drawdown is what the maximum drawdown was, and total trades is how many trades were conducted. So there's more details on this report which you can look up on the internet, or you're welcome to look into my other courses where we discuss this in detail. We won't be using these at this stage. Journal is a trading journal of the expert and the terminal, and tells us what's happening in real time. So what we are going to do now, and why we have this tutorial in this course, is because I would like to actually use the strategy tester to validate our system. And how are we going to do that? Well, let's have a look quickly. If we look at the chart now, the way we conduct trades, or well, let's go back to the original chart. The way we conduct trades is we always look at a certain hour. We look at 9 o'clock, right? We try to enter at 9 o'clock, and that is something we came up with by ourselves. But now that we have an expert advisor created, we can actually use it to validate and check if that is indeed the right time to enter. Maybe it's not the right time to enter. Maybe 10 o'clock is the right time. Maybe 15 or 3 o'clock in the evening is the right time to enter. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go into expert properties, and we're going to set some optimization parameters. So we're going to optimize start hour, then we're going to optimize take profit, and we're going to optimize stop loss. That means we're going to ask the terminal to run through a lot of like many iterations of this system, and run them on the British pound dollar, all on the same time frame, all on the same period of time, and see which one's the best. So we're going to optimize start hour in the period between 0 and 23 with a step of 1. That means that we'll start at 0, then we'll go to 1, to 2, to 3, and so on, and to 23 in the end. So we'll check all those hours. Also, we'll check the take profit. So we'll start with 10, we'll go with a step of 10, and we'll go up to 120. And same thing for stop loss, 10, 10, and 120. So basically, this gives a massive combination of parameters. So there's 24 here. There's quite a few here. There's 10, 12 here, and 12 here, right? So if you multiply all of those, then you'll get a massive combination of parameters, and but the tester will actually check all of them for us and tell us which is the best one, and that way we'll know which is the best hour, take profit, and stop loss to set. We're not optimizing lots because lots just depends on our initial deposit, and we're just going to keep it at one lot. So we'll click OK. Then we'll tick this optimization box here, and then we'll just start. And as you can see, something's happening. There's a total of 3,456 parameters. Optimization results, some results, but the most important is the optimization graph. So in this optimization graph, it's telling us on the right, you can see the profit, and at the bottom is the iteration that it's going through. And so yeah, we just have to wait and see which is going to be the most profitable. Let's go back to settings, and we're already halfway through, or nearly halfway through. These are the results so far. And as you can see, they were originally negative, and there are some very negative results. If you look on the right here, I'll try not to move my mouse again so that you can follow on the magnifier. The hour is increasing, take profit and stop loss are fixed, and then take profit increases by 1, and then hour increases again. So basically it's just running through all possible combinations of those parameters as we set them. And so it's going to get to 120, and then stop loss is going to go up to 20 and starts again. So that's exactly what you're seeing on the chart. These blue dots are every single result that of those combinations. All right, so we're nearly finished. There we go. So if we go optimization graph and we sort by profit, we can see that the most profitable combination yielded $8,000 in 6 months. That's nearly double of our initial $10,000. So let's set those input parameters and let's see what that is. Or we can go back here. As you can see here on the right, the start hour is 8, take profit is 40, and stop loss is 60. So the actual best hour was actually 8, not 9. And let's see how this goes. So right click, click set input parameters. The optimization automatically comes off. You switch visual mode back on, and then you click start. And there you go. So that is your best set of parameters. You can't really tell much from here, but you can see that the trades are being opened at, I'll go down in the magnifier, you can see that the trades are being opened at 8 o'clock, which is correct. And if we go to the graph, you can see, wow, that is very impressive. That went from $10,000 to $18,000 in 6 months. And that not only validates our system. We thought it was 9 o'clock, but it's actually 10 o'clock. Oh, sorry, it's actually 8 o'clock. So not that big a difference. So we were very close, and that means that what we saw visually and we thought was right is actually a valid pattern on the market, and it can yield results. And the fact that it can yield results is backed by this amazing chart. So that's simply how you test systems. Here we can choose another set of parameters. Let's take this one, for example, and we set input parameters here. And if we run it again and we look at the result, the graph, you see now we have a different chart, and this one is more gradually increasing. So it doesn't have that very rapid increase at the start, but it's gradually increasing throughout the year, which is great. So that's simply how you optimize your expert advisors in a nutshell. And there is much more to optimization. And for example, like we can change this to a 2D surface and change the axes around and see different results here. And like look at colors and optimize that way. We can export these results to Excel. We can go here and use the genetic algorithm. We can play around with these optimization parameters. So optimization is a really fun and interesting part of algorithmic trading systems, and it is actually very important because it allows you to make the maximum of your trading system. And also you don't only you can not only optimize your own systems, but you can optimize commercial systems which you buy. So having said that, I would like to encourage you to have a look at my optimization course, and you can find the course on www.forexbot.com, and have a look and think if it is relevant to you and if optimization is something that you will be using going forward. And if so, then I do encourage you to consider participating in that course. And so that's all for this tutorial. In the next one, we will finally complete our trading system by adding an MA, a moving average filter. And until then, happy coding.